Oh yeah. Hey, happy new year. Happy new year, man. It's 2024, man. And if you made it to 2024, I'm telling you, you're blessed. Everybody should be celebrating, man. It's a new year. It's time to start fresh. Time to start anew. Um, hey, it's 2024, man. So whatever it was in 2023, definitely got to leave it back there in 2023, man. Definitely can't come over here in 24 with the extra baggage, the old baggage, man. We got to leave it there, man. I hope everybody brought in the new year safe. I hope everybody turned up. I definitely turned up, man. It was lit. It was a good time, man, and I'm looking forward to newer and better things in 2024. I'm not the type to have like resolutions. I don't make resolutions, man. I just like a continuation of the effort that that I've been on, man. I like to keep continuing the way that I've been. The only thing I just like to do is to continue to be a better version. I hope we all continue to strive to be a better version of ourselves than we were last year. If that's the resolution, then I guess. But I always try to be a better version of myself than I was last year, and that's what it is. But this is the CSP show. This is episode 26, the first episode of 2024, and we still talking about sports. We're still talking about sports, baby, and it's been a crazy ride. These past few months with referees acting crazy, non calls, and it's just been a wild ride for officiating some of these football games, man. I think somebody really need to call it out. So been a wild ride. So here we are at the thick of it, the grit of the season, coming down to the end of the season. But before I get into that and my spill on what's been going on, like I said, this is episode 26 of the CSP show. You can find this episode and all other episodes on all streaming platforms. You feel me? At the beginning of the year, man. I think it's like January 3rd right now, and Cat Williams already standing on business, like already calling comedians out. Cedric the Entertainer did the interview with Shannon Sharp. I seen some of it. I didn't really see all of it, but yeah, I hear Cat Williams standing on business. He's standing on business. But let's get into it, man. I want to talk about my Jags, the AFC South. I really didn't see us being in a do or die situation with the Titans. It's not. It's a win or go home situation. 9-7. It's come down to, like I said, win or go home. You feel me? So this is where we at, man. But before I talk about that, man, I just want to talk about this 4 game losing streak that we was on for a while. I didn't see that happening either for my Jags. Like 4 games losing streak, and these were big games. Cincinnati was a big game. Baltimore was a big game. Um, like I feel like we really could have won those games, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? What? Why did that slope happen? Mid season after that, after we won the game in London against Buffalo, I think we got a little too excited. I don't know. I can't call it. I'm not in the locker room with those guys, but I think we just got a little too excited after the bye week, and sometimes you just start really feeling yourselves. Trevor Lawrence really started losing the edge a little bit. Christian Kirk goes out, and then sometimes I really feel like fatigue. Playing a lot of games can play a factor going into mid season. So I think those 4 games really was the defining moments on how you know your season will end up. And here we are. We're in a do or die with with Tennessee. I mean, I don't want to backtrack and keep talking about what could have happened, but you just have to think about those things when you looking to have a playoff run. You feel me? So here we are, man. We at the end of the season. I want to give a big shout out to CJ, man. CJ Beathard stepped in when Trevor got hurt with the shoulder injury. Big shout out to CJ for getting that dub for us against the Panthers. You feel me? He played good. Josh Allen played good. The defense came back up and did their thing. Trayvon Walker. Um, yeah, man. Travis Etienne, boy, he been bailing us out. No cap. Travis Etienne. I don't know if I said that right, but Travis Etienne been bailing us out. So here we are. We got the Titans in Tennessee. And these are just my key plays or things that I feel like that we need to do to win this game. This is what we need to do. You feel me? No turnovers. Trevor has been really big on this turnover run in these games. These past 2 games that he's been in, the turnovers have been crazy, especially in the Tampa game. Turnovers crazy. No, we can't have the turnovers, Trevor. You feel me? I like Trevor as our QB, but in order for us to get into the playoffs, man, we got to minimize the turnovers. You feel me? Definitely got to keep the run game going. That run game has to be there. That's no cap. We got to keep that run game. Travis Etienne has to tote that rock. And last but not least, the defense. Defense has to come in. All 11 guys has to play like they've been playing defense at the beginning of the season. They have to play like game 2 and 3. They was balling. There was a top 5 defense at the beginning of the season. I felt like they were top 5, but now they kind of just kind of tempered off. You feel me? So those are my key things that I feel like we need to have established for us to beat Tennessee and go into our playoff run. And I feel like once we go into our playoff run, I think we got it from there. I mean, every team has their highs and lows, and we made it past our low, and now we get back on our high again. You feel me? So we on the right track, and yeah, we definitely gonna make it happen. You feel me? Definitely gotta make it happen. So AFC South is looking good. Baltimore is definitely looking like that team to beat. So yeah, like I said, it's a lot of football left in the NFL. We just gonna have to take this one game at a time, man. See how this thing play out. Alabama and Michigan just played, and I kind of want to say this was the sloppiest I've seen Alabama play. No cap. I'm a big Alabama fan, and throughout my tenure of being an Alabama fan, I think this is the most mediocre defense that I've watched in Alabama. The QB situation was scary. The offensive line was super scary. That offensive line was crazy. I mean, it started off scary at the beginning of the season, but it kind of felt like they got it together. But offensive line against Michigan looked like that offensive line at the beginning of the season. I didn't see that coming. You know, in the Michigan game, the receivers was just not explosive. The receivers was crazy. But by far, I think this was kind of the most mediocre performance for the standard of Alabama for a while. You know, it just wasn't. Alabama just didn't have that Bama factor against Michigan. So Michigan did win, and I was a little disappointed. Because Alabama had 5 sacks before the half. And it's crazy enough, it was still 10-13 at the half, including those 5 sacks. I mean, that's crazy. The center was just not in sync with Milroe, and it was just not a good day. So Alabama lost because of the 5 sacks, of course. The passing game wasn't there. The defense wasn't there, and Michigan they just endured the whole game. Michigan won because they endured this whole football game. Michigan had their miscues too. Muffed. I think they had a muff punt or something like that. I really can't remember, but they had their own set of troubles. But they endured it. And the last play going into overtime, I think it was 4th and 3. Jalen Monroe, I guess the play was called for him to run up the gut, and that was a questionable call to me. Like, I just don't know, why. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You can't be sour about it too long. It's football. We come back and we'll try it again next year. Is Saban era over? Do I think the Saban era is over? Everybody's talking about the Bama reign and the legacy is over. It's over with. No, I don't think that, man. I mean, he's already came and did what he needed to do. It ain't over until it's over. You feel me? Everybody have bad seasons. Just because you make the standard and when you don't hit that mark again, this is what people say. It's over for you now. You know what I'm saying? So I think Saban still has maybe good years. Maybe he might run it till he get another natty. Well, who knows? But I think Saban was a really good coach. A lot of good coaches in the SEC in college football here. So here we are. The stage is set. Michigan moves on. Now you got Texas and Washington, and that game was crazy. Penix was crazy. That quarterback, like everybody played decent. Those two games was the craziest games that I've seen in college football. So it was a good year for college football, man. With FSU being left out of the playoffs and the way they played, which I really felt like they should have played with a little bit more integrity. They really shouldn't have came out playing all too sour like that. Like, come on, 63-3. We all know why, but I wish FSU would have played a really good football game against Georgia. Georgia got left out of the playoffs too. So just a lot of ups and downs in college football, man. Just a lot of ups and downs, but it is what it is. A lot of influences that changes the shape of the sport, man. Like the NIL deal, the portal. These things just manipulate and shape how these teams go. So anyway, not Michigan, but Texas and Washington. Washington ended up beating Texas, which is crazy. So now it's Washington and Michigan for the Natty, college champs, man, for it all. And these are two really good teams, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I seen JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy playing Alabama was a big test. I really feel like Washington playing Texas was a big test. So it's gonna be really interesting to see these two quarterbacks go head to head. JJ McCarthy and Michael Penix. I think his name is Michael Penix. It's gonna be a really big test for both of those QBs. I think they're both equally good. I think Michigan got a really good defense, and I think Washington has a really good offense. So it's gonna offset. Like, it's gonna be a really good battle to see these two teams play in the playoffs. I mean, in the national championship. So I can't go either way, because like I said, I haven't seen these two games. I haven't seen these two teams play all season. But it should be good to watch. So that's where the stage is at. Michigan, Washington. Definitely go report back to see how this thing go. So we got a lot more football left in the NFL. The playoffs will be coming around. NBA is cranking up. NBA is winding up. You feel me? And so we gonna get on here and we gonna talk about it, man. I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna get on this mic of the 2024 year, and we just gonna talk sports, baby. I hope y'all come with me and join me for this 2024 ride to talk sports. Hey, if you got something you wanna talk about, definitely hit me up. But please tune in to me, and I appreciate y'all for the ones that do. And let's keep doing it, man. Let's keep talking sports. You already know who it is. It's your boy, and I'm out. Yeah.